And we're back. Alright. We're still going to clear some. Ooh, how much cleared? Nice. How many medium puzzles did I get? Yeah, 5. Yeah. Not great, but it's, you know. Another one, nice. Let's head to the village. Oh, okay. Wait, we don't want none of that fight there. I'll tell you what. I'm glad to just leave those guys alone. Just some eggs. They were running out of cake. Yeah. Nope. Come back, buddy. Out of cakes. Okay, that's fine. It's 3 more. Actually, I wish that guy didn't have that dragon killer. A blank one would be not so bad. Oh crap. Where's Rocky Egg? Come on. Toys. Ooh, huge scorching egg. What do we get? Diet lower. That's not a bad one. Should be our last one. Still no go on the good. Unfortunately. Yeah. I figured. Nice job, Dum Dum.
I'm sitting muted, yammering at you.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Alright. We need.
So yeah, my inventory's full, and coming home.
Okay.
Two of my items are blueprints for the old bow.
Nice. Nice. Now we got.
Because I mean, if we want to start a library collection, we've got to have them all, right?
This is true. This is true.
So we have a uncommon bow schematic, a epic bow schematic, and then we also have the legendary bow schematic that you found.
Which is quite nice.
Jesus, dying. I think it's because the girl over here all second.
You know what other game I was thinking about that we could do a good team up for? Did you ever play Don't Starve together?
I have not.
That one wouldn't be a bad one. Although I was hoping you said, yeah, I'm an expert at it, because I've played it twice now. Oh, a few times. I'm still not an expert.
I have a couple of games that I haven't played that are like that because it falls into two of my will not play categories.
Oh, really?
Side scroller.
Which ones?
Side scrollers are terrible graphics.
So you're not a big Terraria fan?
Nope. My son loved it, and I played it with him for a while, and he's like, "Oh, we gotta go do these bosses, this and that." I'm like, "But I just want to build a cool house."
Yeah, it's pretty much
to me, because I got tired of running left and right. It's not there's anything wrong with those games or those types of games. It's just I played those when I was younger, and I personally feel that if a developer is going to make a game, they need to do it correctly, and they need to go all out on everything they possibly can. This includes graphics. Nobody really likes 8-bit graphics. I mean,
actually, I'm actually a fan for
I'm
bigger games. Well, for bigger games, you kind of have to have those lower graphics, right?
Why?
Because some games are too big to have the better graphics.
I believe it.
people's computers just would not be able to handle it. It would become streamer games. So like,
You don't have to have 8-bit graphics. I mean, like Valheim, it's not 8-bit. It's not great graphics. Like they have very low texture qualities, but they have a fairly decent poly count on their models.
they do.
Mm.
There's ways to like you said, there's ways to get around not having to
Like,
use 8-bit.
if you want to be artistic, great. However, don't make your game suffer because of it. You know, still do something to show that you've got that level of love for your game. If I were to make a game, not just because I'm CDO or okay, we're just gonna stay with CDO. It's a sense of pride in your work, you know.
Well, first, that's been lost on a lot of people for a long time now. Sense of pride in what you do. But
I mean, to me, like a project like that would represent me as a person, as a streamer, as a gamer, if I were a programmer, it would represent me as a programmer.
right.
And I feel like, you know, it might increase the length of your game, or the release development or whatever. It might increase the release development time. It may cost you extra money, but why do a poor job if you're going to do one at all?
Well, well, and that comes from our generations where, if you're going to do it correctly. Whether you want to do it or not, you put everything you have into doing it. That's the way we were kind of raised. My dad said it all the time. If you're going to do it, don't do it half-assed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, okay. Again, some games, it's like RimWorld is one of those games, right? You got to have lower levels. RimWorld's a bad example, but per se.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games that Factorio, perfect example, right? Although it has not bad graphics for what it is. But you can't have stellar graphics on that thing.
You could.
Yeah, but you couldn't have this big of bases that people build.
People could dumb down their graphics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd be dumbing it down pretty much. I mean, it would stay dumbed down.
Right.
So, like, I understand those games doing it. Like, that's... Like, yeah, those games I could see doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the worlds are just too huge to be able to put graphics, detailed graphics. To be honest, for me, graphics is not...
Not your focus?
Yeah, I could... as long as the gameplay... See, and I think it stems from a point where nowadays people put too much emphasis on graphics. Which, again, that's where most of your game the size of your games come from graphics, right?
Graphics, textures.
Yeah. And so they have, at least in my opinion, they have focused so much on graphics that they've lost track of gameplay. They have sacrificed gameplay for graphics. And that's just not okay with me.
Understand.
Now, would I like both? Sure, I'd love a game that's got great gameplay mechanics and great graphics, but it's hard to find these days. Like, impossible to find. It's just sad. It's sad.
Now, like RimWorld, I love RimWorld. It's got terrible graphics. And when I started playing it, I was like, I know this game has terrible graphics, but I'm still trying to play it. and it was because of the level of gameplay in it, the mechanics that are available, and then the modding community just made it all that.
Yep. Yeah. I have a person I know who thinks all mods are cheats. It's like, and so I hit him with one. I hit him with one day. I was like, okay, so if all mods are cheat, so a mod that turns it from like English to Spanish because the developers couldn't afford the translation, that's cheating. Well, that yeah, it's a cheat. It's like, what?
It's got to be a challenge for anybody that doesn't speak English.
Yeah. It's
We've
like,
got to add that extra level for it.
it's like, okay, we're at this point we're not. Oh, your hubby's the same way. Yeah, it's.
Does.
Look, there are definitely a lot of cheating mods out there. I will fully admit that.
Maniac.
Yeah.
You got a ferocious, glutton, downtrodden shadow baby. No.
Is that a no?
That's gonna be a no. I have a feeling this is gonna take a while to get.
Right.
Stupid things to go through. Which happens. Well, and it's some games actively support, like some developers actively support and want their community to do mods. Modding a game, having a good mod community extends the life of your game
By a lot.
by astronomical amounts. So, perfect example is
Rimworld.
RimWorld and Stellaris are the two that come to mind for me. Huge mod communities on games that Stardew Valley is another big one. You're not a Stardew Valley fan?
Mm-mm.
I'm
It's some games I can't bring myself to play. I'll try, and it's just like not doing it for me.
yeah, Stardew Valley's I like Stardew Valley, but I'm weird. But I didn't like the friendship thing. Like, I didn't want to have to do the friendship thing over and over. Yeah, I like modded. I like some modded. Well, it's just like, so I'm a big Lord of the Rings buff. I love the Lord of the Rings. I haven't gotten through all the books. I mean, I've gotten through the 3 originals, but I haven't gotten through the Silmarillions and all that other stuff. Some of those are hard reads. But there's no, like, there's no Total War version of Lord of the Rings unless you go modded, full conversions. I like stuff like that. Because I like, play Lord of the Rings Total War. Well, it's the decay part. So it's the same thing on on RimWorld. I used a mod for no decay in skills. I hate when certain things in games that
Don't make sense.
yeah, it's like, okay, he's a master carpenter. He forgot to do it for a month. Now he's an apprentice. Wait, what? I hate the decay in skills.
Yeah, for me, I like modding out games with quality of life things.
Yes.
Like if I'm playing a game and I feel like RimWorld, for instance, I feel like I shouldn't have to turn an entire gigantic room into a freezer just so that my people can have refrigerated food. So I have a refrigerator mod where you actually have to get pieces and parts to make refrigerators.
Now, that would be a good one.
Yeah, so they've got over-the-wall refrigerators, they got regular refrigerators. And if you can imagine, it looks like when you go into a store and um, they've got those big freezers on the floor and you slide the glass doors open to
Yeah.
dry stuff out of it. Kind of looks like that.
Oh, so it's like the shelves that, but just cooled.
Exactly. And they got dual slot refrigerators, single slot refrigerators.
Right.
And yeah, that's one of my favorite mods. I still make a giant room that's a freezer.
Right, but it at least doesn't. Yeah. Yep.
And then I'll use those on top of that to add more space into the freezer. And then on top of that, I will take a refrigerator or two and I will make a bar. And then I'll put beers only in those refrigerators. So when they want to go have their beers, they go to the bar and pop one out of the freezer.
I use a lot of mods in my. I'm not gonna lie. In my.
Rimworld?
RimWorld, yeah.
Like out of all modded games I've played, that one has the most mods.
Yes.
That's mine.
Yes.
However, I actually found not too long ago RimWorld multiplayer server.
Ooh.
Essentially, it's a software where you install it like a mod, and then one person will actually host a server, and everybody connects to that server through the mod, and you can interact with the other people. Like you still are on the same exact generated planet. The names will be different. I don't know why they can't transfer names, but the names will be different for the locations. But the visual of the planet is exactly the same, and you're all playing on the same planet.
Huh.
And you can use the drop pods, and you can send people resources. And if you're all running the same exact mods, you can go visit each other's settlements. Yeah. You can raid each other's settlements too.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not in the aggro, but just the fact that it's a thing. Kind of.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, Dum Dum, are you gonna start working and build this jam-filled bun?
I can't do it. Oh, you mean the other?
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, different Dum Dum. I guess he's not. He's. What are you doing? Okay, come here, buddy. Go work on the cooking pot. Not medicine. Okay, let's try like this.
We could possibly do a RimWorld playthrough now that I think about it. If I got the server, we want to go through a mod list together. We could even have viewers join us on that.
We
It
could.
could be a fun playthrough instead of a informative.
Yeah, just that wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, so apparently our Jormantine Angus is now he's bugged again. He won't cook on the cooking pot. Yeah, come on.
I'm getting a new one. Dermatitis, not cooking pot. There's nothing wrong with a cooking pot.
No, but we might. It's game. You know, for being, I was talking to my buddy the other day for one of the #1 game. I think this is the #1 game out right now.
This is an Uncharted.
Yeah. And this one just has, especially once you get to the higher levels, this one has a lot of issues still. Especially with one of their biggest functions is one of their biggest features is the PAL base, and because Dum Dum is probably outside. Their base mechanics are in pathing is terrible. especially the higher you go up. It's not bad at the lower levels. Like if we had nothing but, if the biggest thing we had in our base was a cow, it'd be no big deal. But as they get bigger, they become more and more of an issue. Do we need another? We need another pen, rancher, I think.
So basically, that
Loud noises.
What's up?
And loud noises.
All right, I'm putting another ranch in. We don't have enough space. When you watch,
I'm flipping through
different
streamers,
things.
drop some lyrics and love and whatnot. And
Gotcha.
I'm getting the $5 Burger King commercial. You know, the one that makes you want to kick puppies instead of buying burgers.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Although you're probably now, I'm just thinking, you're probably farther along in Shrouded than I am at this point.
Kind of. Like, my playthrough, I've been running around and doing things, but I'm mostly kind of doing it blindfolded, because a lot of my friends are already way past everything, and they all want to come in and show me all their cool stuff, and I get to see all the stuff that I have not got to yet. And like, wow, that's cool, that's cool. They're great.